Alright, here with Dan Dringenberg. First, dude, thanks for doing this with me. I really appreciate you doing it. I guess my first question is, how did you first get involved in tattooing?
Alright. The first involvement, my dad. My dad had 2 tattoos, done at the Pike. One of them, I'll never forget his story because he told me he didn't even remember he got it. He woke up in the morning on the base, and all the people he went with, you know, from the military or whatever, he was the only one that made it back. Everybody else went AWOL. But they had been drinking black and white scotch. And he didn't even remember he even had the tattoo. But he had a bitchin' ass cobra with like the flowers and shit, and then on his other arm he had a peacock. You know what I mean? But them 2 tattoos are the only tattoos my dad had. Me and my little brother always were like into them. Like, fuck, look at that. And we'd go to my grandma's house. You have to drive by this tattoo shop. I remember standing up in the back seat looking out the window like, ah, look at that place. A little hole in the wall. And I was like always fascinated by it. It wasn't too far from our house, but fascinated. My oldest brother had a friend that had a K tattooed on his hand right here. And me and my little brother asked how he got that, how he did that. And he told us needle and thread. Wrap the thread around it, tie it in a knot, dip it in ink, and tattoo, you know what I mean? So we sat in our closet, me and my little brother, and we made one. My little brother went first, and he wrote his name, Rob, across his forearm. My little brother was in the 1st grade.
Oh, shit.
And he goes, all right, your turn, and hands it to me. And I looked at it, I looked at him, I go, fuck that, Mom and Dad's going to kill you. I ain't doing that shit. And I fucking chickened out. I backed out, bro. And it's like, it took my parents probably a week before they found it. I remember we were on fucking vacation, and he reached across the table, and my dad just said, God damn son of a bitch, and grabbed his arm, and I was like, you know what I mean? It's all like laughing games now, but that's the first time our experience was, you know, like we had a little tattoo shop set up in our closet. We're fucking drawing on all our neighbors. Nobody wanted their kids to hang out with us, like, I mean, I would tattoo people, fuck that.
And then how did you get into tattooing?
I used to go to Fat George's all the time, and get ran out of there by him, like, get out of here, you kid. Fucking, when I was old enough to ride my bike over there, you know. He'd always chase me out of that motherfucking place. And when I was 15, I had already tattooed myself with homemade tattoos. And I went to juvenile hall, I think, I was on my 15th, like 2 days after my 15th birthday. And I ended up getting out like right when I was 16. A little bit after my 16th birthday. And when I got out, I was on parole. So I went to the tattoo shop, and I just got out. You know what I mean? I'm on parole and shit, so they automatically assumed I was 18. You know what I mean? Like, so I got another tattoo. And I just started hanging out there, and I fucking seen all the flash and everything. And some other tattoo artist was starting there, new. And it was his first day working by himself. I come walking in. What's up? And he's like flustered, didn't know where shit was, and the shop was always busy. There was a line by 12 o'clock. And it was like, if your name wasn't on a list, you didn't get served. You know what I mean? But it was always busy. Like, you do 20 tattoos in a day, easy. The whole shop was as big as this room. That's how big the shop was. You know what I mean? It was like, if you used the bathroom, you couldn't shut the door. You know what I mean? It was like, you lay on the sink like, you know what I mean? It was like, so small. And people like, that's the shop where Carrie Barber worked in it. Bob Shaw and Colonel Todd opened that shop. They laid out all the flash for that shop in one fucking night. Or 2 nights, supposedly. But they took all the stuff from the Pike, used the acetates and snapped like the line drawings onto the sheets. One guy would do that. The next guy did it. Use a nib and line it. Set it in a stack. When dude was done laying out the lines, he'd pick it up and start doing the shading. And then the dude get done doing line work. You know what I mean? They did that until they were all done. Exact duplicates of what was at the Pike.
Awesome.
You know what I mean? So it's like it was done from ceiling to floor. The whole thing just complete.
Awesome.
You know what I mean? Like around the light switch, everything was done. Like, you know what I mean? all hand paint flash. In fact, the one in there, that grim piece in
Mm-hmm.
there, that's one of the ones from that shop.
Oh, cool.
You know what I mean? I used to have like 32 sheets. That's the only one I got now. You know what I mean? Going to prison.
Losing it, going to prison.
Yeah, went to prison, lost a bunch of it, you know?
How did you start tattooing, though?
Well, I lied my way in that day. That dude's like, hey, man, I could sure use your help, because I helped him with the customers and helped them find shit and stuff. I lied my way in. He goes, hey, you know Fat George? Of course I know Fat George. Come here all the time. And how do you think I know where everything's at? He was like this, you think you can ask him if you're cool if you help me? And I go, yeah, sure, I'll talk to him tomorrow. So I asked him when he was coming back, and he goes, I'll be back the after tomorrow. The after tomorrow, I went back in there. I didn't even go talk to George. He goes, hey, did you ask George? And I go, yeah, he says cool. Straight lied my way in. You know what I mean? And fucking...
When did George find out?
About 2 days after that. When I come walking in there thinking it's all cool and shit, fucking George is just sitting there with his arms crossed. Not saying a word. I'm like, oh, stopped in mid-stride. Like, it's up. Dude's here too. You know what I mean? It's him and George there. I'm like, oh, I'm busted. Fuck. Some customers come in, I start helping them. George goes, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, just help. No, I said, what the fuck are you doing? Just helping them find some shit. George, what's up? He goes, what the fuck are you doing over there, man? Get over here where you fucking belong, you fucking piece. Looked at him and goes, anybody that wants a job that bad, that they're going to do what you just did, knowing they're getting caught, I got to give them a try. Get over here, clean that bathroom.
Awesome.
You know what I mean? I'm like, really? Clean the bathroom? Cool. I got done in about fucking half hour. He goes, what are you doing? I go, I'm done. What else do you want me to do? He goes, clean that bathroom. I'm here for another 8 hours. If I look back there and you're sitting down, you're fired. And I'm like, cool. I cleaned the bathroom. I fucking in the bathroom is literally 1.5 feet by 1.5 feet square. Like that. A toilet, can't shut, the door wouldn't shut. You know what I mean? It was like, I cleaned the bathroom. Next day I get in there, what do you want me to do? He goes, clean the bathroom. I cleaned that bathroom from open to close for 7 days. Fucking, you could eat off that motherfucker, bro. I toothbrush. I went next door to get more Comet, clean the grout. You know what I mean? I had that motherfucker sparkling. And he's like, all right, cool. What else you want me to do now? He goes, now I want you to go clean the flash. So I got to be out there with the fucking Windex and wiping all the nicotine off. You know what I mean? Just like, man, really? Years of nicotine. And then he started getting me just doing shit like that, you know. And then I started fucking around with these machines at about the same time. But they didn't have, this is another thing, is someone had a tattoo, bigger, smaller than what the acetate was. You had to do it all by hand. There was no thermofax machine. There was no copier. We had a Lucigraph.
No.
Well, this one had, like, you'd lean in it and had 2 fucking pulleys. Like, one cable would pull the lens and the other one would move the glass where you put it at. And which was cool because you could put a piece in there, like a thing in there, and draw it onto a piece of paper on the glass. Then you could flip it over even, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of drawing and shit, but you'd have to all hand do it. So it was my job as the helper. The tattoo artist had a good line drawing. So I would take the deposit, the line, the artwork, and I would have it all set up. When he was ready, done with one tattoo, he'd reach back, and there would be the money for the deposit, and the artwork, and a little description where it was going. So I wouldn't have to talk to the artist. But there'd be a stack of them. I'd get them 10, 12 deep. You know what I mean? Doing all the artwork, doing all the drawing, tracing all that old shit. You know what I mean? And if someone came in with something else, George wouldn't draw it. He wasn't that good. It was like, he could do what was there. You know what I mean? But later on, other people have worked there. Corey Miller worked there. Kerry Barber started, like, Flames. Dick Warsaki worked there. I mean, there's an all-star lineup that went through that shop. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
There's been some really fucking crazy, like, the times, you know. Mark Mahoney worked there for a lot of years. In fact, I got tattooed there when I was 17 by Mark Mahoney. You know what I mean? It's like, good shit, you know? And I started working on his machine. One of his machines broke, and I seen that George's machine broke. And he took it, and he just put it in a safe. Opened up a safe, and I'm looking at, man, he just stacks of machines. Can I look at that? So I grabbed it, and there's a bunch of other ones, so I like kind of like just mispart. Like started parting shit together and getting a couple machines running. You know what I mean? Like not really, but learning a little bit, like really fucking around with them. And that's what started that. And then he liked it, and it fucking took me to his house. The next day, fucking with the toolbox, dude. We stopped by Sears, bought a rollaway. Put it together, opens up his garage, and there's 2 other rollaways in there. They're full of tattoo machines that don't run. And I'm like, fuck. He goes, go through them. Got a little card table for me to sit on. You know what I mean? Fucking fix them, put them in that one. At the end, you're going to have an empty fucking toolbox. I fucking just start going through machines. Fucking days, dude. Days working on tattoo machines. Fucking, I got kind of good at it. You know what I mean? But I didn't really even know what I was doing. And I started fucking researching shit. And I got my hand on a little fucking piece of fucking paper there that I know I wasn't supposed to see. I got a hold of it. I still got it. And it was written by a doctor. How to make pigment. All the trade secrets is what it said on it. Trade secrets. It was all fucking typed out. You know, zero.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. I have that thing.
Trade secrets. And
it's got something from Ed in it.
Yes,
yeah.
Ed and this doctor did this
Yeah.
thing. And it was a pamphlet that was just given to tattoo artists. And I got a hold of that, man. I was like, fuck. When I found it, I didn't want to give it to him. Because I thought, this is the score, the trade secrets. This is everything I need. And I gave it to him. I gave it back to him. And he goes, you didn't read this, did you? I'm like, no. He goes, good. I never seen it again until after he died. It was left to me.
Awesome.
You know what I mean? But it's like, I seen it, and I peeked through it, and I was knowing that was the good shit. That was like, this is the real shit. Like, wow, this motherfucker makes your own pigment. There's everything was in it on tattooing.
Right. Yeah, explains like spring gaps and all that shit. Yeah. Stretching skin too much.
Yeah.
Right.
There's another book I just recently fucking read that is a dangerous book. Cindy Ray's Doing Good Tattoos.
Cindy Ray's.
Yeah, from Australia. It's all hand typed.
I don't think I've never seen that one.
Dude, it's a dangerous book. A motherfucker read that book alone. Gonna be a good tattoo artist. Like way better than some of these fuckers today.
Right, sure.
And it's like all you got to do is instructions. And I mean, right down to troubleshooting, little highlights on each side, like footnotes on each side of each chapter. One of them says the footnote is poor talent. Lines are shaky, this and that, poor talent. Work on your drawing. Like fucking broke down, like to that point.
Wow.
You know what I mean? It's like fuck. Down to don't tattoo young teenage girls. You know what I mean? Their dad will come and wear you out. You know what I mean? Like fucking do not tattoo hands or faces. Only tattoos that can be covered up with, you know, clothing. Like fucking good shit, dude. Like people forgot. Now you see these people with these, what do they call them? Warped Tour body suits, their neck and their hands tattooed, and that's it.
Oh God, it's titled with Warped Tour. Amazing.
Yeah. Warped Tour body suits, right? That way they just fucking put their hoodie on and they look like they got a full body suit.
Instant crazy tattooed guy.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And so, how long were you at Fat George's?
I worked there till, well, every time I got out of jail, I was able to come back. And I went to jail quite a few times here and there for stupid shit, but I was really trying to get enough money to make a tattoo supply. But it became my hustle because Fat George told me, his words exactly, this ain't no way to earn a living. If it wasn't for the military, I wouldn't have nothing. No insurance, no benefits, nothing. But there'll be people that need good equipment till the day they die. And like Rick Daniels, you got a knack. I made the tubes, my first tubes ever for him. And he said, because I was cleaning his tubes all the time, and like you clean his tubes, you clean his needles, and you put the needles back in the tubes, you know what I mean? and he would use his needles until the tips fell off. Literally, like, fuck, I had one tattoo from him, dude, where squeezing it and a piece of needle came out. Like, fuck, you know what I mean? Like, and then you sell them to the people that come in looking for needles. Once he's done with them, you know what I mean? That's
Right.
He was a pirate, dude, for reals. They'd come in, they want to buy ink. He'd take a film container, fill it half full of ink, and then piss in the other half.
Awesome.
And I'm like, why you do that? He goes, that way people who they tattoo will have to come back here for us to fix it. It will be light. They won't know what's in it. All it is going to be pneumonia. They'll have a slight infection. Most of the tattoo's going to fall out. Then they got to come here for us to fix it. Then you charge them double.
Awesome. That's a hustle, I guess.
You know what I mean? And I was just like, fuck, that's wrong shit. You know what I mean?
That's rough. The fuck that is. That is seriously rough.
Dude, but Fat George was rough. His mom came in, wanted to get tattooed. Wait, your mom's here. So help her. Oh, what do I tell her? Give her a price. Well, it's your mom. So she ain't sucking my dick. Is she sucking yours?
Classy.
And I'm like, George, it's your mom. So what? Family's family, business is business. If you want her to suck your dick, you can give her a break.
So did she give good head?
No, I don't know, man. She blew out of my league there. But fucking, that's the way George rolled shit. You know what I mean? And let me tell you, he had a photo album. It was a red photo album about that big. And every one of them was a picture from this angle.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? It was a brutal photo album.
Fucking Jesus Christ.
He had 13 wives.
13 wives.
That's right.
That's a lot of divorces.
Tell me about it. There's one, Cindy. Mark Mahoney did a portrait, and he had their names all tattooed on him, one way or another. He had a portrait of Cindy done from Mark Mahoney. And when they broke up, he put a yo-yo around it with a broken string and wrote, #1 dizzy bitch. I was like, dude, that's classic, bro. You know what I mean? And motherfucker, he had 2 pigs fucking on his stomach. It said, making chorizo. Fucking huge, man. You know what I mean? I was just like, fuck.
Classy.
Wet back. For real, dog.
So, how long did you end up working there for? When did you leave? How did you leave there?
I left there when I started tattooing, and I didn't realize exactly how it was. Like, I know nowadays, in hindsight, there was no apprenticeship. It wasn't an apprenticeship. I worked there. I was able to be present to a conversation. Because no old-timer will tell you this is an apprenticeship. That didn't exist. The word didn't even exist. That's nowadays. People, I'm apprenticing. It didn't exist. When you got to work in a shop, you cleaned the shop, you were afraid to miss one day. You ended up working 7 days a week because you did not want to miss one thing that happened there. One conversation, nothing. Because all it did was give you a chance to be present to these conversations. People talking about needles, people talking about ink. And if you were smart enough to string all that information together and make it work for you, then you had what it took to be a tattoo artist. If you weren't smart enough to string it together, you got weeded out. You were a professional helper.
Right.
That's what your job was. You didn't make the cut. No harm, no foul, you just weren't bright enough. Now people, they don't, we're going to show you how to do this. Sit down, do this. Sit down, do that. No, that was just part of your daily chores. You had a tattoo to do. The helper's job was to make sure you had a good line drawing. Make sure your needles were good. That helper had to make enough needles to make sure all the tattoo artists could do the tattoos for the week. The tattoo artist didn't do it. That was the helper's job. They weren't a good helper if they couldn't make a good needle. You throw the needles right back at them like Fat George did me. You expect me to tattoo somebody with these? Them needles are probably all fucking good. You know what? The only person I ever showed how to really tattoo, technically, great tattoo artist, a guy named Joe Reno. Fucking awesome. I made him sit down and do 1,000 needles a day. soldering iron. That's your job today. You're making 1,000 needles. Here's a group of 1,000. You make 7 mags, liners, all that shit. At the end of the night, about 11 o'clock at night, he hands me all these needles. I grabbed them, didn't look at them, I threw them all at him. Bam! Stabbed him a whole bunch of times, sticking needles in him and shit. Told him, tomorrow you're going to do it again.
Awesome.
But that's how come now everybody's so lazy, they just want to use pre-made needles. The helper's never going to get no education. They'll never be good enough to be a good tattoo artist as the person teaching them, because they never have the real learning. They don't know what it is. They'll get mad, stomp their feet, and leave, and open up a shop down the street. There's no more respect in earning something the hard way. I made more needles. I've breathed solder. When I started, I cleaned all of them fucking tubes barehanded. You didn't find no gloves in that shop. Everybody tattooed in that shop bare-knuckled.
Oh, nice.
You know what I mean? I'd reach into that fucking hepatitis fucking bath. A week's worth of needles, and that shop was busy. Clean them out. Scrub them. Didn't even have an autoclave. Use dry heat sterilizer. If you left them in there too long, the needles would fall off the bars.
Right, pop all the solder.
Yep. He only had a dry heat. He didn't have an autoclave. That didn't come down until later.
The ones with little fucking, the little arms.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, exactly what you're talking about.
And it's like, nowadays, man, fucking people don't even realize. Dude, I remember I got fired from George's. It might have been 91. It might have been 91, I think. And Corey Miller I was making tattoo equipment already. I'm making machines, and I was making tubes. Corey Miller was going to the Meadowlands Convention. He just left Fat George's and, like, was going to, like, working at Jack's. He was going to the Meadowlands Convention, and I was going with him. I just made a bunch of fucking go fast, trying to make enough money, and I was going, and fucking we jumped on the airplane. I took a Star 45 in my power supply. Unscrewed a power supply and put a Star 45 in it. I put, had maybe an ounce of shit, glass pipes, propane torches, fucking, and I hit Chicago O'Hare Airport, crashed, and went in the bathroom, and Corey was just like, fuck. Burn a bowl, get back on the airplane, and it was the funnest show ever, but that's the first time I sold tattoo equipment to other people, other than the people that were local.
Right.
And I don't think anybody in that convention slept the whole entire fucking weekend. I got this tattoo from Corey, all single needle. Shading, everything. Fucking, right? And, but I think when I went to the show, Fat George was done, like, at that point, I was a traitor. Fat George and Jack Rudy didn't get along, they were enemies. If any good tattoo artist worked at Fat George's, Jack Rudy would take him. You know what I mean?
Right.
There was just that. You know what I mean? There was... Jack Rudy's shop in Anaheim was the closest one to Fat George's.
Right.
There was nothing closer.
And like the time of the shit, you know?
Yep. And then the next closest one was Hollywood, which I happen to know now was about almost 45 miles. So that was about 45 miles from the closest shop.
Man.
You know what I mean?
And now look at this place.
Yeah, it was fucking insane. It was fucking crazy, dude. There was you know what I mean? A lot of work, dude. But it was crazy, different type of people getting tattooed.
Right.
I learned a lot. I really did. I learned a lot about business and love for it. I learned you got to work hard for it. You have to have sand. You had to be able to look down the barrel of a gun and tell the people, fuck you very much. On more than one occasion.
Right.
I remember the first time I actually looked down the barrel of a double-barrel shotgun where I can see the bullets. I can see the 12-gauge shells, the folds in them. You know what I mean? And I'm like looking down the barrel going, fuck, shoot this motherfucking piece of shit. Knowing I'm done. Like, little fucking kid, he bent down, and when he bent down, I seen his shirt go like this. When he came back up, give me your money. Fuck! Busted, you know what I mean? And I was like, fuck. Shoot this piece of shit. The only thing that saved us is a car driving up. In the middle of the night, like we were getting close to closing time. Car came up with the headlights. Fucker took off running, jumped on his bicycle, and rode away. I was like, fuck. You know what I mean? Like, wild shit, man. I've seen, you know, people, my little brother was there when Fat George, dude walks in, reaches over and picks up a straight razor, puts it to Fat George's throat and lifts him up by a little bit like this. Little blood starts coming down. He goes, you're going to tattoo my old lady. That'd be $35. I think you understand. You're going to tattoo my old lady. Lifts him up a little bit more and tells him, $40. What? Lifts him up a little more until he's like fucking bleeding a little bit, you know what I mean? $50. Didn't budge. You know what I mean? Dude cut his throat, man. He had a big old cut in his throat from a straight razor. Some brutal shit, man.
Yeah, I've heard tons of stories about Fat George's, and they all are very similar to that.
Dude, I had flash that I gave to Charlie Robert, or not to Charlie, to Corey Miller, because he worked there too, and he was there when the bullet holes were put in it. So I gave them, after Fat George died, and I had it, I gave that stuff to Corey. And yeah, because he was there when the bullet holes were put into it.
Nice.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like, it was crazy shop, dude. It was insane. But it was right on the border of 3 rival gangs. Like, that was where the borders were. So one day you'd have one gang, next day another gang. It was just like this, fuck this motherfuckers, nobody's gonna fuck around here, this is neutral. You know what I mean? Like, nobody takes a side here. But it was insane, dude. It was like fucking crazy ass shit.
And so after all this, how do you start Dringenberg and Company? How do you get to Dringenberg?
Well, I was already making the machines and tubes. And I didn't have a Dringenberg and Company. It was just Dringenberg. Everybody knew me as that Dan Dringenberg guy, the little white kid, you know, fucking high-strung motherfucker that's ready to fight anybody. You know what I mean? I think at the time I might have weighed 100 pounds, man. You know what I mean? I was even smaller than I am now. And got a reputation of fucking not backing down. Like, fucking someone says something, call them on it. If I fucked up, raise my hand and say I fucked up, man. Own it. Let's move forward. As long as you know me, you've seen me fuck up a couple times. You know what I mean? You see me get out of prison. In fact, the first tattoo I got when I got out of prison was by you. Last time.
Right.
In Detroit.
Detroit, yeah.
That was 2001. That was the last time I was in Detroit till this last weekend.
Oh, how was that?
It was fucking, it was quite interesting. It was about the same kind of weather. I don't know, it might have been colder this time. It was -10 one day.
Oh, God.
You know what I mean?
Fucking Detroit.
And you had to go outside to smoke. Fucking, so it was like, fuck. I didn't smoke a whole lot.
Jesus Christ.
But, you know what I mean? It's like, I try to own my stuff and just try to be honest. I don't know very much about tattoo machines. I know there's a lot more to learn. I keep trying to push that part. We've got some really good breakthroughs. It became a passion of mine. I've been lucky enough to meet people like Poe, Clay Decker, that were just fucking madman. Didn't get, you know what I mean? Like fucking pushing envelopes. And be mechanically inclined myself a little bit, you know what I mean? Nowadays, I got a good crew of people that work with me that I can trust 100%. And I try to get everybody to the same level, so we're answering the same questions. You know what I mean? Now we can pioneer shit. When everybody's at one level,
right.
Now we can start making shit happen.
Right.
But if it's just one person calling the shit, then you stay stagnant. There's no movement.
Right.
So that's like same within a tattoo shop. You're only as good as, you know what I mean, your reference and the people pushing you, you know, the will wanting to learn, go further.
Right.
So that's what we try to fucking create here, is that same environment. Like, what are we gonna know? I always tell people, we ain't playing it safe. We ain't up in the bleachers. We're swinging home run hits. Hopefully, you know what I mean, we're gonna strike out a lot. You ain't gonna hit a home run every time.
Right.
But we're playing to win.
Right.
And people either understand or don't, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't have fucking China making machines. I don't have a stockpile. When people order a machine, that's when we start making it. It doesn't exist until they fucking call.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Do everything in-house.
That's it. Everything we can. And even the things that we're not supposed to, like the nickel plating.
Oh, ghetto nickel plate.
Yeah, dude, you gotta love it, dude. Fucking aquarium heater. Rough shit, dude.
Now, you have a online supply company, or
we have a website, and people call, and on the website we do got a shopping cart now. We say 4 to 6 weeks. Right now we're running about 2 weeks. But the way we run the machines is like the order comes in. If it comes in on Tuesday, the following Monday we'll put into a production list. At that Monday, that's when the side plates will be starting to cut by hand on a bandsaw, and then by Friday, the welding and shit and all finishing work hopefully will be done. Tumbled all weekend in the tumbler. Then that following Monday, we'll start building all the components to go into it. So I got a 2-week turnaround like that.
That's good.
That way it works. It works good. Things move together better that way.
Right.
I mean,
you got it streamlined over here.
Yeah.
It looks like chaos.
But it's organized chaos.
Exactly. Now you've started doing engraving, which has sort of turned into sort of a mainstay of you. I mean, is it seriously that people order a lot of machines, they want them engraved?
Yeah, the personalizing, it truly makes it a one-of-a-kind machine. The engraving, I make it up as I go along, frankly. You know what I mean? It's like I don't got a whole lot of formal training in it. I'm hopefully going to be changing that soon. I've been offered a chance for an apprenticeship to an engraver that's like 80 years old. And he's out in Orange County. I got to go meet with him this week. So
awesome.
I might be going even less time on the machines for a while, you know. But like I said, I got a lot of guys here that get everything up to power, you know what I mean? Then I go through them at the end, and hopefully that will still work out. I don't know. I'll know after I meet this guy. Hopefully.
80 years old, Jesus.
He does all the PGA Golf Tour trophies, all that stuff.
Oh, cool.
All hand engraved. He's done all of Tiger Woods golf clubs.
I didn't realize those golf clubs were hand engraved.
Yeah.
I guess so, right?
Yeah.
You're badass enough you can have them hand engraved.
Yeah.
I mean, with this, like, the turnaround of tattooing, like the way tattooing is turned around, and there's a million people making machines, and everybody's a machine builder, and everybody's got a supply company or selling parts to people. How do you kind of fit into it?
Well, I don't really try to fit in. I just keep trying to put one foot in front of the other and do what I do. I found that's the best way it works for me. Otherwise, I'd go crazy wanting to smash people. I always advise people. I've been doing seminars now. The seminar is fucking kind of stupid. I think now I think about it because it's just a conversation with me. But I charge people for it because that way if someone pays for something, it means something.
Right, of course.
If I just give it to them, there's no meaning to it. They just give it to the next person.
Right.
And in it, I go over what to look for in a good tattoo machine. Usually I don't take any of my machines because I'm not using it for a ploy to sell my machines.
Right.
I usually take, other people's machines. I have them bring them in or whatever. I tell people always look at, I hate to say your machines, Mike Wilson. You know what I mean? Right. I ain't trying to butter you up, but these are the people that I use as
right.
daily people who build machines.
Right.
People I consider the same as, just we're all on the same plateau. We're not looking up to anybody. We're not looking down at anybody. We're moving forward with what we do.
Right.
And to me, that means more to me than the numbers.
Right. Okay.
Because that's truly what it is. Like now, I'm hitting numbers. Not a lot, but I'm hitting numbers. And that's just ways I fucking streamline to make the putting together easier and stuff. Making the fixtures and stuff, which taken me years sometimes to figure out the right way. But, I mean, we won't do 1,000 machines in a year. Not us. I mean, there's no way. I think last year we did 600, which is a lot of machines.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
But, you know, then I look at the Sobas, the Workhorse Irons, and they're doing 200 shaders, 200 liners in a month. That's 400 machines. That's more than half of what I did in 12 months.
Right.
And they sell them for nothing.
Right, well.
And it's like, I just, it's so hard not to get stuck on that. You know what I mean? It really is, because to me, they're selling my business that I worked so hard for so short.
Right, and there's people that sell $150 tattoo machines.
And they have no business even making a machine, I don't feel.
Right.
And believe me, if I ever fuck up and go on the run again, where I got to do prison time, I will make the news.
They try to stay a killing spree?
Dude, I won't even be killing. I'll just be taking hands. I'm just going to be taking hands. I'll have a whole fucking aquarium full of them before the cops get me, I promise. Fucking motherfuckers won't be fucking their business off. Somebody needs, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'll go chopper on their ass, for reals. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, with the mass production of tattooing, you seem to have, you know, you like as a whole, your supply company doesn't do that. You're not on the mass production. It's all done by hand. Everything by hand.
What makes it unique, right?
Right. No, it is. It is.
It's like the way you make them.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't have all the mills and I don't have all that stuff.
No,
but yeah.
I don't even own a house yet, Scott. I'm trying to buy a machine right now for $170,000.
Jesus Christ.
That way I can make tubes affordable, and people can get fucking really good tubes, but at a competitive price.
Right.
Right now, for me to make one tip of mine takes me 15 minutes to do. I can't sell it for a profit. It's almost impossible. So that's why I don't have a whole lot. I make them for a few people still, but I don't have a whole lot because I can't do it and compete with price.
Right, and you're not willing to offshore it.
I
have
can't.
It made in China or right.
It would lose something. I mean, I've been offered money for this. I just can't. I can't do it. It's too fucking hard for me right now. I think, you know. At least right now I can sleep with myself.
Oh, I bet you can.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I did. I respect that. I do respect that. I believe in the craft, and you know, I as a machine builder, I use all my tattoo machines. And a girl emailed me and was like, "I got my machine and it was used," and I was like, "Well, yeah," thinking like, "Well, yeah, fuck yeah, it's used. I tattoo with every tattoo machine I sell," but I think she thought that like I just picked up one out of my drawer. I was like, I sent her this fucking thing, and
she didn't know that there was magic already put into it.
Yeah, well, you know, that way I know it fucking runs. I know you can do a good tattoo with it, and I respect your like everything is in house. You make everything you do. You do it. You know, you're in control of all of the geometries that you want to change or anything you want to do to it. And I think that's great. But
I got a wall up here full of fucking machines that didn't make the cut.
I'll do that same thing. How do you see it possible to keep up with the way it is now? I mean, because you look at all the suppliers that just have knockoffs of people's machines.
They're knocking mine off like crazy right now. It's like, you can't even stop it. And it's like, I had one guy tell me, oh, you know, it's just flattery.
Well, no, not really.
I tell him, you call it whatever you want. Call it a lack of imagination.
Right.
I'm like, dude, you know what? There is no such thing as an original idea. All my machines come from inspiration from something.
Sure.
And I'm going to take that from you. But I don't straight outright rip a motherfucker off and say I'm flattering them.
Right. Right. Sure.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
gonna flatter you out of your wallet.
You know what I mean? It's like, that's just fucking, that's nothing flattery about it. You know what I mean? I just find it cheap. You know what I mean? Like, alright, cool. Am I gonna beat you up? No, I'm not. You're not worth that.
Right.
But it's still just a cheap copy.
Right, of course.
You know what I mean? It's like, I'd like to beat him up, but fucking Lord knows I can't do that shit no more. That shit's too expensive.
It does. It really does.
From broken fingers to fucking, you know what I mean? The claws. I got this shit.
Are you, so you go to conventions a lot? I'm just trying to bring up how people can get a hold of
Yes.
you or buy stuff from you or...
Dringenberg.tattoocompany.com. It's my third, actually, website, because I was being a cheap bastard, only buying it for 5 years. And on that day that it comes up for renewal, I can't renew it because someone else had already bought it. It happened to me twice. Motherfucker tried selling it back to me for $10,000.
Yep.
And it's like, no, motherfucker, you're going to die with that name.
Exactly.
I'll get something else because people will follow me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Fuck you.
So they can look you up on your website and
Yes.
find out where you're going to be, what conventions you'll be at,
Yes.
and stuff like that.
And I've been doing seminars here at my shop also, and workshops, like weekend workshops.
Oh, what's that? Let's talk about that.
The weekend workshops are someone that's been building machines, got some prior knowledge to some kind of machine stuff, not no real green person, can come for a weekend, and we can build a machine, like we work out where you can actually cut the stuff and, you know what I mean, actually put something together. People who have already been building some machines and stuff, and just don't got all the fucking proper know-how yet, you know what I mean? So it's like I've been trying to do that. That way, if there are people making a couple machines, they'll raise their prices and not undercut the other machine builders like you, and actually build something that's worth building.
Right. Well, learn the craft, too.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And
Not just buy parts
and not
and assemble it.
Exactly.
Right.
And that way they have the background. Like, listen, they actually can say, I understand why this machine is put together like this. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
they feel it. They pick it up, feel it, and understand what's happening with it.
Right.
And there are people that already got some knowledge to building machines. They're already selling machines. But they're selling shit.
Right.
Now, I can't keep people from making machines. But I can keep people from, if I can educate them to make it something better, where they're not cutting my throat, they're not cutting your throat.
Right.
If everything's the same price, or within that price, it deserves to be. You know what I mean?
Right. And it's equal quality.
Then I'm not going to feel so goddamn bad, yeah.
Right, it's fair game, sure, of course.
You know what I mean? I ain't trying to fucking put in mass producers now, you know what I mean? I turn them out. So far I've had 4 people take the first class, which was just the seminar recognizing a good machine. No hands-on one. And the hands-on one, you're going to have to show to me that you kind of know your way around something. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
the people could send me a couple machines and been looking at a couple. All right, cool. You want to come? It'll be for the weekend. You know what I mean? And it won't be more than 2 people at a time.
Okay.
You know what I
That's
mean?
cool.
Real hands-on. Like,
Is that, how does someone go about doing that with you? Do
they send an email to Jazz, and she goes, gets it, and we look up their website. First of all, make sure they're not doing anything that's a crime against our business, as in having a video on YouTube.
Right.
Copying any of my friends' machines that are outright copies.
Right.
Because that's a definite no-no. If you're going to do that, you're going to copy anybody's, you're going to fuck over anybody.
Right.
And I want to try to make sure that they're in good standings and within the tattoo industry.
Right.
You know what I mean? And a few questions, see how much homework they know. If they know how to solder a needle together.
Right.
If a person can't make their own needle, they're not a tattoo artist. Period.
No, I'm with you. I hear you.
And that's one of the first things I ask people. They take my seminar, how many of you know how to make needles? All right. There's a couple people raising their hand, cool. The rest of you are not tattoo artists. You never will be.
No.
You know what I mean? And I honestly God, and I mean it. You know what I mean? I ain't here to win no brownie points. I ain't here to fucking win popularity or want friends. You You know what I mean? That's not it. I got enough of my friends. I'm happy with where I'm at. If a motherfucker's doing something real for tattooing, I'll stand for him. I ask everybody one question. Why are you making tattoo machines? Or if you're doing it for your ego, great. Be honest, own it.
Right.
What I'm doing is I'm trying to make tattooing a little bit better. The machines aren't as far as they can be yet. That's my drive. When I started making tattoo machines, early 90s, like, there was nobody on the West Coast making anything good. There wasn't.
No. No, no.
I couldn't find one. Everybody's on the East Coast. You had Paul Rogers on the East Coast, and his machines were already, you know what I mean? And then you had Ernie Crawford that was hit or miss.
Right.
You know what I mean? Kaplan.
Or you just bought from a supplier.
Yeah.
Spalding.
And now on the West Coast, suppliers were Superior and Dennis Dwyer.
Right.
That was it.
One of my early machines was a Dennis Dwyer cutback. That aluminum frame cutback that he had.
This is brand new the way it came.
No, the nail, dude. Fuck it. I forgot about the nail, dude. Forgot about the fucking nail. Fuck.
That's the way it came.
This was the shit. This was the shit for a long time. A lot of people use this motherfucker. I had one of these.
It's brand new the way it came. Still in the box.
So, sorry, I got sidetracked on the tattoo machine. Total flashback.
That's why I started.
So how often do you do this seminar thing, where people come here and they do the workshop?
When I'm not traveling. I've been trying to do them now at every convention, at least, even if it's like a one-on-one thing where people come to me. Or like if it's, you know what I mean, I try to talk to them and be honest about it. Like, there's so many people making machines. Literally, Scott, when you go to a convention, you walk down the aisle every now and then, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you see all the machines. You don't even want to stop and look.
No.
And every now and then I stop. I don't talk to the people because usually they're rude to me. They don't know who I am, or if they do, they're like just weird. You know what I mean? Like, I just reach down, I pick the machines up, I squeeze them in my hand. If I feel any movement at all, I just drop it and walk on. I don't look at them. You know what I mean? Well, don't you want to run that? A lot of them will say, why don't you run that? I go, well, I already did.
Right, you tell me the vibration that's going to come from a loose
That's it.
Loosey-goosey.
You know what I'm talking about.
Right.
You've put that many machines together too, Scott. I know you did. Your hands know by themselves without looking.
Well, sure.
And it's like...
That's the fundamental start.
Exactly.
And if they're it's all downhill from there.
If they're missing that, why are we going any further?
Right.
And it's like, I hate the people that are going to tell me. You know what I mean? Like, oh, and I always ask them one question, what's a yoke for? I've met 5 people that can give me the answer. 5 people. 20-some years is just about 5 people. That's fucking disgusting. It pretty much is.
I mean, 5 people that are machine builders?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But, I mean, I've met hundreds.
Right, sure, of course. Jesus Christ. I just went to the Philadelphia convention, and I didn't even walk through the whole convention. I was tattooing on the first row, so right when you first walk in the door, and from the front door to where my booth was, there was probably 10 people selling tattoo machines on one row. Not even the entire length of the row. Just
disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, not to mention there was like 1,000 booths at the convention, but there was 400 booths at this convention.
And there was probably making about 600 people selling tattoo machines.
Yeah, I mean, God, I don't even know how many people saw them, but it was remarkable. So yeah, I mean, the machine manufacturing ratio thing is absolutely insane.
And, most of them are shit.
Well, yeah. I mean, without
over 95%.
Yeah, without saying that, I think it goes without saying. But they all usually have cool names, though.
Oh yeah.
You know, they'll have like cool fucking bitchin' names. Something, you know, something. Catchy names for their...
Our machines got named. Fucking because on the internet, everybody's like, well, what's this machine? You go figure, you know what I mean?
The holy moly.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like,
Right.
you toss it up right there at the end. It's like, I got the Lindsay liner. Because Lindsay bought the first one.
There you go. Perfect.
You know what I mean? Lindsay Carmichael. Oh, it's the Lindsay liner. All right.
Done deal. Yeah, I named one after my son. Make it easy.
You know, yeah.
Sure. That's my kid's machine.
Yeah, that's it, dude. You know what I mean? And the P1, well, it was a perforate machine. It was the first one I made. I made like a couple different styles after that. So how about P1, P2, P3? Cool.
Perfect.
All right. Good enough.
Yeah.
It's like, why P? Perforated?
Penis.
You know what I mean? It's like, and then it's like, whatever. Chart topper. We got the chart topper.
Yeah, the chart topper. I love the chart topper, dude.
You do that all came from Unknown Henson.
Chart topping hits.
Yep, chart topping hits, chart topping good looks, and it's chart topping eyebrows.
That's right.
It's chart topping teeth that y'all have seen.
Unknown Henson. He's an amazing unknown man.
Yeah, dude, fucking Squidbillies.
All right. Well, I mean that's good. I mean, hopefully that people that are watching this thing can, you know where to get your machines, look you up, and hopefully someone that's mildly educated in the tattoo machine world can come out and have a little one-on-one time with you.
Well, Scott, me and you had a little one-on-one time together out here.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Did you get anything from that from me?
Besides breaking your turret lathe, yes.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. No, of course.
Hopefully I have something to offer to the friendship.
There's no way that anyone that builds a tattoo machine or has ever built a tattoo machine could come here, do it, and not learn something.
I mean, and I hopefully, like, I've learned a lot of stuff from you also. Believe it or not.
Right.
I pay attention, Scott. You know what I mean?
But yeah, I mean, it's like doing a tattoo and watching someone tattoo. It's remarkable if you could watch somebody tattoo and not learn something from them. You know what I mean? Even if they're a terrible tattooer, you can learn what not to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, yeah, definitely you're gonna learn stuff. I think that's a pretty cool thing that you're gonna do that. That you're doing that. I think it'll be good for people. I mean, there's a lot of people that want to build machines, and whether they want to produce them or just be proficient at making their own tools, I think it's a great option for tattooing that you're doing it. I always say that I don't think people are actually a machine builder if you can't build a machine with a hacksaw and a hand drill.
I agree with you 100% behind that.
And a set of torches. It's very different than ordering a frame and parts and just screwing them together and dumb luck getting them to hit right and run right.
That's it. Hey, dude, trash can catches a steak every now and then.
I never heard that before. That is awesome. And on that note, thanks, Dan, for doing this for me. I really appreciate it. And, yeah, man, that's it.
I appreciate it, too, Scott. You know, I do.